Hi, I'm Keita, and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, go on ahead and hit that subscribe button, and if you're already a subscriber, welcome back. Alright, so today it's me and Cam. Say hi, Cam.
Hi.
And we are going to review over some 90s items that they brought back. You excited?
Yes.
Now, she has already seen these items, and if you have not seen these items or you don't remember these items and you grew up in the 80s and 90s area, I don't know what kind of activities you had going on. That era was so fun. They had fun toys that, of course, they got all these exciting toys now, but those toys were definitely nostalgia. And I grew up in the 80s. Well, I was born in the 80s. I grew up in the 90s. And these toys right here are not necessarily just toys, but these items per se are things that definitely brought me back to my childhood when they decided to bring them back. So we're going to review over the first one. Ready?
Yes.
Alright, here we go. Off to the first item. Alright, so if you do not remember these, here we have the toy called Balloonies. And back then, they were called the, let me look it up for you so I can tell you. It's called the Super Elastic Bubble Plastic. And this was a balloon that felt like plastic when you were done. You just blew it up on your own. It came with a stick. You punch the top of it, and you can take out a little ball of it, stick it on the end of the stick, and blow it. If you do not remember what this is, like I said, she's already played with this because I was so excited when I brought this item home and I showed it to her. So I said, I really want to, show this with you. I had this with me when I was a kid, and I want to do these with you. And so they changed the name to Balloonies. I never known it to be Balloonies. This is the 8-pack. When I was little, it only came in one color that I remember. That was like a red color. And so since we already opened a few, I'm going to go on ahead and play with the other one. But I am going to open this one so that we can get one of the sticks out of here. They discontinued this item because of the scents that was coming off of it. It was kind of like a toxic scent when you inhaled trying to blow out the bubble. So they discontinued it, but they brought it back. And we really enjoyed it. My favorite part about this toy was that when you blow the bubble up and it punctures a hole in it, you can close the hole back up and still have your bubble. And then if you pop it, you have plenty more bubbles that you can blow up and have fun with. What do you like most about it?
I like most about it is when you have the little gooey stuff. It's so ooey and gooey.
It's so ooey and gooey?
Yes.
Alright, I'm going to open this up just to take out the stick for her. And then we are going to, like I said, use the other ones that I already purchased before. It came in a 2-pack, and the colors in that were red and blue. And so we're going to use that instead, so that way we won't be just wasting product. So here we go. Alright, so like I said, this pack came in blue and red. The new pack came in blue and red, but it also has green and yellow. But we're not going to worry about that. We're going to pick out of these colors. Which one would you like?
I would like the red because it's closest to pink.
Closest to pink, and she loves pink. Alright, I'm going to use the stick that came out of here. It came with 2 sticks, but she lost the other one. So that's why I had to pop open the new pack to take the stick out of that one. And what happened was when you open this, it was like clear, like it was just flat, and it has a puncture part at the top. You turn it over, puncture the hole, and then you have it open. So we're going to squeeze a little ball of it out.
Do we need to do the one?
Alright, I'm going to put the top back on because it will ooze back out. That was things that I remember from being younger, and it's happening now still. So I'm going to roll up the little ball, and I'm going to stick this on the end of my stick, and I will help her with hers. The more gooey stuff you put on, the bigger the balloon is. Alright, you got yours? Oh wow, yours is huge. And you don't have to, because see, this stick is bigger because the tube is bigger. And her stick is small. This is a stick that I remember from when I was a kid. So, I will help you with yours. Hold mamas.
Alright, and we'll be back with you just a second when we're getting ready to blow it up.
All right, and we are back. We are getting ready to blow our bubbles. You ready?
Yes.
All right, here we go. Oh no. That's the best part about it though. I can fix it and try again. All right, and I taught her to twist it in and then pull.
Twist.
Alright, and here's mine. Here's my bubble. Which it probably would have been better if I made it bigger. You twisted yours?
Yes.
Alright, and so that is our balloon. If you do not remember this as a child, I don't know what you had going on. And usually I try to make it as big as my head, but I didn't do that in this case. But this is what it is. It's the consistency of saran wrap, and like I said, if it has a hole in it, you can just close the hole up, and then when you're done, I mean, like, it's not gonna stick on anything. It's actually the perfect toy almost to play with, and I mean, it's just very easy disposal.
You can pop it.
Yep, and then you have way more to play with when you're done.
And you did it.
Perfect. So that was balloonies. That was one of our themes from the 90s. Silly. Alright, you ready to go to the next item?
Yes.
Alright, off to the next item. Alright, so the next thing we are going to talk about, this is not a toy, this is a food item. And this food item, I was so excited when I heard they were bringing it back. I searched all over, and the only place I found it at was Walmart. It is DunkARoos. If you do not remember this jumping kangaroo, which the kangaroo isn't even a mascot on here anymore. If you do not remember this jumping kangaroo, he was the mascot, and the song that went along with it, he always, I mean, it made you want to go and get this treat. It's cookies on one side and frosting on the other. Alright, so DunkARoos came out in the 90s, like actually 1990s to be exact. Their mascot, like I said, was a kangaroo. It came in different frostings. You could get chocolate. The cookies were chocolate chip, vanilla, chocolate. But the relaunch of it, I don't know if the first one was by Betty Crocker, but this one says Betty Crocker. It's only one kind of cookie, and it's only one frosting, and it was in a box that had like 6 or 8 in the pack. These are individual. The only place I could find them at was Walmart, and it's still the same like frosting with the sprinkles on the inside. But it would have been nice, even though I don't eat the chocolate stuff anyway, it would have been nice to have other options to choose from. They're individually packed. You can find them like up there by the register if you want one. Let me give you like a little history about DunkARoos. Yes, and it was original by Betty Crocker. It contains cookies and frosting. Like the name implies, it's meant for you to dunk the cookies in the frosting. The difference between, like I said, the two also was that you had different varieties of cookies. You had the kangaroo, you had the D with the circle around it, which is what this only consists of. It also had, I mean, the cookies were a little thicker too. We are going to open this and just taste it. We already know what it tastes like, but we're going to taste it and get into DunkARoos. Here we go.
Oh, I really want to taste it.
Gotcha. So as previously said, there's only one cookie, and it's the cookie that's a circle cookie with a D on the front of it. All the cookies are the same, and the frosting is vanilla with sprinkles. And we are going to just dip right on in, and it does taste just like the same, like it got the same recipe. It tastes exactly the same. So go ahead and dip yours. I used to like to make sandwiches out of mine. I would dip it in the frosting, pick up another cookie, and just make a little sandwich. So good. I wonder how she thought about it when she first tried them. I was hoping that she liked them just like I did, and she does. We actually, before they redid DunkARoos, I was like, I really want a DunkARoos. Do you remember those, Mom? She was like, yeah, I remember those. So I just went and bought rainbow frosting and graham crackers, and we just made our own little DunkARoos. But then they came out with these probably about 6 months or maybe 5 months later, and it just reminds me of being a kid again. So we give this one a thumbs up or thumbs down? A big thumbs up. While she eats another cookie, we are going to move into our last item of things from the 90s. Alright. Ready?
Yeah.
Alright, here we go. Alright, so here's our last item. If you do not remember these, this is called Clearly Canadian. And they're still made out of glass. Back then they were made out of glass. It came in 4 flavors. I had a hard time trying to find these. You can only find these, from what I gather, at Kroger's. I think you can order some from Amazon. My favorite is the peach. It comes in peach, raspberry, which they were out of, blackberry, and cherry. And these are better colder, but we are going to open it and try it out. Like I said, I have the blackberry and cherry. This is the only one they had at the Kroger's by me. The one by my job user has the peach, but they were out of all of them. And it's flavored water. Kind of got like a strong taste. Made me feel like I was rich and fancy when you had this bottle. Every time I got one, she drinks my bottle up, and I have to get way more. My boyfriend bought me like a bunch. I turn around, she has a cup full of my drink. And
I know, it's so good.
It is. It's really good. That peach though, I had to search all over for peach. Finally found a place that was close to me that sells it, and now they're out, and you would have to go way out to the other Kroger just to find peach. So I'll settle. My second favorite is definitely the blackberry, so that's the one we're going to open.
Mine's also the blackberry.
So we are going to let you hear what it sounds like. Please be careful because it is carbonated flavored water. Be careful because it will spill out. I like to carefully open. You can hear the hissing. You can see the bubbles. Okay, carefully opening. Like I said, these are much better to me colder.
Mommy, be careful. Be careful.
Oh, it's fine. And here we are, Clearly Canadian. Alright, I'll let you go first. I know I'm not opening this one, but let's just do a cheers to the 90s. Yes, cheer me. Alright, we'll be back here to talk about what we thought about our 90s items. Alright, so those are our 3 things from the 90s. I was most excited out of all 3 items probably about the Clearly Canadian, because that drink was just so good to me. I know her favorite has got to be the balloonies. I just put her on those last week. This is the first time I ran into them in God knows when. I don't know how long they brought those out because I haven't really been on the hunt for them, but we truly enjoyed it. I like I said, to blow bubbles. It's really big, like as big as my head, and try to, not saying my head big, but you know what I mean. About as big as my head, and just see how far it goes. We try to hit it back and forth, see who pops it first. I mean, it's just really, really fun, really nostalgic experience. And I can't wait to test out some more things they brought back from the 90s. I'm hoping they bring the Digipets back. Our honorable mention that I do want to talk about, which I cannot find them anymore, so I guess they brought them back and then took them back, was Pepsi Clear. If you don't remember Pepsi Clear, I'm going to put a picture of it right here. And it was Pepsi and it was clear. It was clear Pepsi. Still tastes like Pepsi, just a little bit of different taste, but the Pepsi was a clear bottle, and they did bring it back. I got a chance to try it. To me, it tastes exactly the same, but now they don't have it back on the shelves anymore, so I don't know exactly what happened, but I mean, hopefully they'll bring it back because I really enjoyed it, and if they do, I would love to talk about it again. So with that being said, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in with me and Cam today on my channel. Please subscribe. I appreciate everybody who's been supporting me. If you want to see my last video, you can check that out here. If you want to check out any of my other videos, you can check it out here. Thank you guys so much.
Bye, everyone. Subscribe to my channel.
Subscribe to her channel too. I'll put that down below. See you next week.